Hey you guys, this is Toya and thank you for watching Toya JTV. Today I want to kick off the series, which will be a new relaxed hair series where I'm going to stretch my relaxer again for another 6 months. And this series is going to be entitled, Can My Relaxed Hair Be Healthy? So I want to answer all of the questions and basically show you that yes, your relaxed hair can be healthy. This is my relaxed hair and it is healthy. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is let you know that your relaxed hair can be healthy. It's really very important for you to just take care of it. All it needs is the proper care. Whenever it is mishandled or is given wrong or is given too soon, there are a lot of things that can contribute to unhealthy relaxed hair, but it's not necessarily the relaxer that's taking your hair out. It's just the way the hair is being taken care of. But that's with any chemical. Even if you had a Jerry curl and then take care of it, your hair will come out. Even if you had permanent color and you didn't take care of your hair will come out. So it's no different with the relaxer, okay? Because they're all chemicals, and when you do not properly take care of chemically treated hair, it can and will become damaged. All right, so today I want to give you some do's and don'ts as to what you should and should not do with your relaxed hair. So first, I'm going to go over the list of things that you absolutely should do with your relaxed hair. Okay, so the first thing you want to always do is make sure you have at least 2 inches of new growth before you relax the necktie. All right, this is just going to ensure that there's no overlapping and no over processing, and I'll go over that in detail in a later post, but you want to make sure you have at least 2 inches of new growth before you relax your hair. The next thing you want to always do with your relaxed hair is trim your ends regularly. I know a lot of women hate trims, like hate them. You know, I don't necessarily love them, but I welcome them because the trims do not make your hair grow because your hair doesn't grow from down here. It grows from up here. So, but what a trim does is it takes off all the dead ends and it lets your hair appear healthier, right? And also when you do not trim your ends regularly, your split ends will continue to split up the hair shaft, and eventually you'll have to get even more cut in the long run. Like when you finally break down and decide to get a trim, you're going to have to cut way more than you originally planned for because you allowed those split ends to continue splitting. The next thing I want you to know about what you should always do with your relaxed hair is to lay low on the heat, okay? So relaxed hair has a chemical in it, the relaxer. That's what helps keeps the hair straight. So that chemical doesn't need much help from heat to straighten it because it's already straightening your hair for you. You're just, putting a little icing on top. You really don't have to use heat at all if you don't want to. But when you do use heat, you want to use the heat at a very low setting. So my line of flat irons called Toy by L. Jones, it has a variable temperature gauge, so you can put it as low as 300, you can put it as high as 480, but it has a range. It does not just have an on and off button, so you never really even know exactly how hot that the flat iron gets, but you are able to control the temperature, and that's exactly what you want and need for relaxed hair, because especially when you have a fresh relaxer, you need that flat iron, curling iron, or whatever you're using on low heat, like under 400, no more than 400. Another thing you should always do for relaxed hair is get your protein and moisture treatments as they are needed. Now, a lot of times you won't necessarily need them like every single week. You may not even need them every single month, but like I personally get my treatments on relaxer day. So the reconstructive treatment, which has protein in it, I get that on relaxer day to help strengthen the hair because I've just received a chemical service. All right, and then because my hair is pretty strong, so I don't need like protein treatments like clockwork. But when you're getting the day that you're getting the chemical service, is a very good thing to add because, you know, the chemical, the relaxer, it does break the hair down a little bit. That's how the hair is able to stay permanently straight. It's breaking some of the bonds in the hair, and you do want to strengthen the hair back up by using a protein treatment or a reconstructive treatment, whatever you want to call it. All right. And then the moisturizing treatments, I do those monthly because I do not want my hair drying out. Any chemical, whether it's color, relaxer, whatever, has the potential to dry your hair out. So I like to do a moisturizing treatment at least once a month. But you always want to keep up with it because healthy hair, it has an equal balance. It has an equal balance of both protein and moisture. So you don't need too much of either one, and you don't need too little of either one. Okay, you want a proper balance so that your hair can always remain healthy. Okay, the next thing that you want to always do when you have relaxed hair is to eat a proper diet. I know you're probably like, what does that have anything to do with my hair? Okay, the vitamins that you consume from your food have a direct correlation on the health of your hair. So basically, the healthier you eat, the healthier your hair will be. And it's not just affecting your hair, it's affecting your entire body, but your hair is also benefiting. So a lot of the things, the vitamins and nutrients that we need, we are not taking them like we should. Some of the things we can only get through food. All right, so your leafy green vegetables, your fruits, you know, you want to be consuming those on a regular basis so that all of those nutrients and all of those good things that we're always trying to put in our hair, like topically, you know, we're always trying to put things on our hair, but to make it healthy, well, you can get that from the inside when you are eating a properly balanced diet. So you always want to eat your fruits and vegetables daily. All right, and then another thing that you want to always do, which goes hand in hand with that, is to be sure you're drinking the proper amount of water. Now, you at least need to be drinking half of your body weight in ounces daily. If you weigh 200 pounds, you need to be drinking at least 100 pounds of water a day. All right, because what that does is it's going to help keep your hair moisturized. A lot of times when you say, oh my God, my hair is so dry, my hair is so dry, it's because your body is probably dry too. What I mean by that is most of the time when your hair is really dry, you'll notice that your skin is the same way. You always need lotion. You know, you want to be drinking the proper amount of water so that your body, including your hair, can always stay hydrated. And you don't want lack of water to be the reason why your hair is dry, because if that's the case, anytime you're putting like moisturizing ingredients on it, it's like a band-aid. It's only covering it up, but it's not getting to the root. So if you get to the root by drinking your water daily, and I know it's hard, I know, because I struggle with it too, but what I do is, if I ever go out to eat, even a lot, because I don't necessarily like to drink water, you know, with my food. I like to have something to drink with my food, like, you know, a soda or a fruit punch or something like that with my food. But then after I eat, I don't mind drinking water. So what I'll do is anytime I go, even whether it's fast food, sit down, whatever, I always order water in addition to whatever I'm drinking. But now I have been turned on to those little packets that you can add in the water. And I really like those because they make them in like fruit punch, lemonade, grape, whatever, and I like those, so I order a water and just put that in it, and then I'm drinking water like this, you know. But it does not matter as long as you are getting it in. And then sometimes in the mornings on the way to work, I'll stop and get a large drink, well, a large water. So with the large water is normally like either a 32 or a 44 ounce, and I'll drink that the whole while I'm at work, and then I'll try to get another one, you know, on the way home. So, and those cups are huge, you know. So a lot of times, like if you just get like one of those big, not really coolers, but one of those huge cups and just kind of sip on it all day, that kind of helps too. And then I like my water like ice cold. I do not want room temp water. I do not want hot water. I like it almost freezing cold. That's how I like my water. So, sometimes that can help you, but try those packets if you don't like to drink water straight up. I have come to like it straight up, but I also like it with packets. I like it with the packets better, but I won't turn it away if I don't have a packet. So, but you want to make sure you're getting your water daily, not just like, oh, I drank my water today. No, every single day you need to be drinking water. We may do like a water challenge where we challenge ourselves. We all challenge ourselves to be drinking this water every day, and maybe y'all can hit me up on Instagram and be like, check in. I drank my water today. We'll do something. I'll think of something. But anyway, drink your water every single day. And the last thing that I want to go over, as far as what you should always do with your relaxed hair, is you should always be using high quality products. Okay, stop using these cheap products, because cheap hair products are the equivalent of cheap food. And we all know that the food that's cheaper is the unhealthiest for you. It does taste good, but it's not healthy for you, okay? When you're trying to eat healthy, you find yourself spending more money, but it's good for your body. And that's the reason why, it's good for your body. It's the same thing with hair products. These hair products that are like $2, $3, for a big old thing of shampoo and conditioner, no, don't do it, okay? You want to use high quality ingredient. And I'm not saying all high quality products are very expensive, but they're not gonna be, especially my products, by L. Jones products. They're really not on the cheap side, simply because I'm using the best. Every ingredient I have, I'm using the highest quality that I can find, and that stuff is not cheap. Like, if you were to buy everything separately and try to make the shampoo yourself, you'll be spending at least $100. Okay, so you want to stay away from products that have sulfates. Stay away from products that have parabens. You want to stay away from. There's a lot of preservatives that you need to stay away from. But listen, a lot of times you complain about, like, oh, why that cost so much? Why that cost so much? But listen, I'm telling you, it's because of the ingredients in them, right? And you say you want hair that moves, you want hair with body, the products make a difference. You will not get the kind of hair that you want using cheap products. So you want to use high quality products when it comes to your hair. And your hair is something that you have to see every single day. So you want to invest in it, just make sure you're using good products for your hair. And then everything that's maybe what you call expensive, it may not work for you. So you have to, find a balance of, okay, what works for me that does not just have all this stuff in it that my hair does not need. Because a lot of things, a lot of the cheaper ingredients that some companies put in these products, what makes them so cheap, they strip the hair, it becomes very brittle, very dry, and it starts breaking. So you may be wondering, like, why is my hair doing this? Why I'm drinking all my water, I'm doing this, I'm eating my fruits and vegetables. It could be the products that you're using. So you always want to look at that, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and go to the list of don'ts. We're going to go over a list of things that you should never do to your relaxed hair. The first thing is to not get a touch-up before you have 2 inches of new growth. And normally it takes about 16 weeks on average for you to grow 2 inches of new growth. So do not get your touch-up before then. The next thing that you never want to do to your relaxed hair, and listen to me closely when I say this, do not relax your own hair. Okay, let me repeat. Do not relax your own hair. Do not let anybody that is not a professional relax your hair. You want to go to a trusted professional hairstylist to do your relaxer. Stop doing your own relaxers, okay? Because that's a whole other post, but just stop doing your own relaxers. I don't even do my own, okay? And I know what I'm doing. I don't even do my own. So if the professional does not do her own, then that should tell you something. Don't do your own relaxer. Don't over manipulate your hair. Meaning, um, if you're always doing this, putting your hands through your hair, you're always like pulling on it, doing stuff like, don't do that, because that can cause, I have seen where some ladies just constantly do this to their hair. They just have a habit and don't even know what they're doing, or they're always pulling. And then next thing you know, you see that spot becoming thinner and thinner and thinner. So you don't want to over manipulate your hair. Just leave it alone. A lot of times when you see people that have like this really long hair, you're like, dang, how is her hair? She doesn't do anything to her hair. So how is her hair so long? That's the point. She doesn't do anything to her hair. So she's not constantly have her hands in it. She's not combing it all the time. She's not like doing all these different stuff. She's just leaving it alone. And that's why your hair thrives with protective styles. Because when you're doing protective styles, you're not doing anything to your hair. You're leaving it alone. So that's what you want to do, okay? Once you get your hair done, and I know it's hard because, sometimes when you're looking nice, you just want to touch it, and don't let anybody else touch your hair all the time either. Another tip, and this is a bonus, you want to always wash your hands before putting them in your head, okay? Because you do not want to transfer any dirt, any oil that's on your hands. Like, for instance, if you put some lotion on, and then you start rubbing through your hands through your head, you don't want to do that. All you're doing is adding residue, you're going to have product build up and all that kind of stuff in your hair, and it's not going to move and it's not going to flow. So you want to always wash your hands, and they need to be very clean before you put your hands in your own head, okay? And the last thing, well, not the last thing, I have two more. Another don't is to do not comb your hair aggressively while it's wet, okay? Because your hair is the most fragile when it's wet. So when your hair is wet, you want to be very gentle with it and start from the bottom, or start where it's the most tangled and work your way up. A lot of times people will ask me, I see on your videos you always say comb from the bottom up, but you always start in the middle. Because when I'm combing my hair wet, my hair is not tangled all the way down here. It's not. My hair doesn't start getting tangled to about right here. So that's where I start. So you want to start wherever your hair is tangled and then work your way up. Because if you try to start from up here, you're going to find yourself pulling. And you don't want to pull. You want to just be gentle, work your way on up to the hair strap so you can reduce any unnecessary breakage and shedding, okay? And the last thing is to not use grease. Do not use grease in your hair, because the only thing that it does is a moisture blocker. It looks all shiny. You're thinking, oh, the grease made my hair so shiny and da-da-da-da-da, it's moisturized. No, that's just an illusion. Yes, your hair may look shiny, but that grease is so thick that as you put it on your hair, it provides a coating on the hair. So it doesn't allow any moisture in, and it does not allow any moisture out. That's why you'll notice a lot of the times when you use grease, you're constantly having to use it every single day. And it seems like when you don't use it, your hair is even drier. That's because you are continuously, every time you put it on, you're continuously blocking that hair from accepting any moisture. And you can even get moisture in the air. So you're especially in the summertime. So if you're constantly putting grease on your hair, you're blocking that. It's like your hair is in jail. Like, it's in jail. The grease are the bars keeping it locked up. So you do not want to use grease. You can use a light oil. The By L. Jones line has two oils. I have an oil serum where you can just use a teeny tiny drop of that, and I normally apply that mostly to the ends of the hair. I try to typically stay away from the root, but sometimes I will go all throughout. But you only need a teeny tiny bit, and that adds shine. You do that right before you flat iron or put any heat on it, and then you'll see the shine pop through when you add that heat. I also have an oil spray, a shine spray, which is called Miracle Potion number 9. And what that does is it's much lighter. So you can spray that like 2 maybe 3 times a week if you're really pushing it. But I normally only have to use it once a week. And then you never want to spray stuff like right here. You hold it out. Okay, hold it out and let it mist on your hair. You don't want to just be spraying concentrated areas of the hair, but you hold it out arm's length, and then you spray it like 1 to 3 sprays, and then you let it mist on the hair, and then you can kind of like comb it in. Okay, so and both of those 2 things are located on www.buyljonesproducts.com, and they add shine to the hair. Okay, so do not use grease. Now I will say this: if you have grease, you like the day before you get your relaxer, you can use that grease to base your scalp, because like I said, it's a barrier. So in the instance that you have been scratching somewhere, you can put some grease like right there on your scalp, and it will block that relaxer from burning you, because again, it's a barrier. So a lot of times what I will do, I don't use grease, but I use the base that comes with the relaxer brands that I use, or that you can buy it with it, and I'll use that base to, base the scalp. But if you're at home, you can use grease, you can use Vaseline. When I took my braids down, I used Vaseline, and I did not burn at all, and I have been scratching like crazy. Okay, so grease, petroleum, all that is pretty much the same thing. Don't use it on your hair just because your hair will be flat to your head. It will have no movement, and again, you will be blocking any moisture from coming in or going out. All right, so that will conclude today's lesson on Can My Relaxed Hair Be Healthy? So now you have all of the do's and you have all of the don'ts as to what you should do with relaxed hair. All right, so I look forward to seeing you all next week, when we will be starting with week 1 with the relaxer series. Okay, well, actually, I'm already into the series, but this is tying into it, since the name of the series is Can My Relaxed Hair Be Healthy? And that's what the name of this blog post is. So yes, your relaxed hair can be healthy. And I will see you all next week. If you have not subscribed, subscribe right now. All right, I'll see you all next week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.